this video, I'm going to break down digital marketing for beginners in a clear and no-nonsense way. Digital marketing gets out to be far more complicated than it really is, and that's a shame because once you understand the core principles, it becomes much simpler and far more effective. Most beginners waste months jumping between platforms, chasing shiny tactics, or copying advice that doesn't fit their business, and the result is frustration, wasted money, and very little to show for it. Now, after running meta ads and digital campaigns with dozens of small business clients through my agency and getting regular inquiries from this channel, I've seen exactly where people go wrong and what makes the difference. And so by the end of this video, you'll understand the key distinctions in digital marketing, how to build a proper foundation instead of just chasing tactics, and how to avoid the most common beginner's traps. So stick around until the end because this is the stuff that actually moves the needle. Let's dive in. So the first thing I want to cover is digital marketing versus traditional marketing, because understanding the difference helps you to decide where to focus your time and your money. Digital marketing is simply marketing done through digital channels like SEO to get found on Google, or social media posts and ads on Instagram and Facebook, email, your website, YouTube, and so on. Traditional marketing is everything else: TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, billboards. Traditional marketing still works in some cases, but digital has clear advantages for most businesses, especially smaller ones. You can reach a huge audience with a phone or a laptop. You can target very precisely instead of spraying messages at everyone. It's usually much cheaper than a big newspaper ad or a TV spot, and the biggest one is speed and measurability. You can launch something today that sees results, clicks, and conversions almost immediately, whereas with traditional marketing, you often wait weeks or months to know it's even worked. Now, that doesn't mean that you should ignore traditional completely, but for most people starting out, digital is where you'll get faster feedback and more control over your budget. Next, one of the most important distinctions you need to understand is strategy versus tactics. Tactics without strategy is just busy work. It feels like you're doing something, but you're not moving forward in any meaningful way. Strategy is the overall plan. Tactics are the individual actions you take to execute that plan. Now, I like to think of a solid marketing strategy as having 5 key parts, what I call the marketing master plan. Now, part 1 is the model. This is your business itself, what you sell, what the price is, how you deliver it, and whether it's actually profitable and something you enjoy running. A lot of beginners skip this and try to market something that the market doesn't really want or isn't willing to pay for properly. Now, part 2 is the market. Who's your ideal customer? Not everyone or anyone with a credit card. Now, get specific: demographics, age, income, job, geography, and especially psychographics, what they believe, what their value is, what their problems keep them up at night. The clearer you are on who you're speaking to, the easier everything else becomes. Part 3 is the message. Once you know who they are, you can speak directly to their problems and show them that you understand. Use stories, results, testimonials. People don't buy when they understand you. They buy when they feel you understand. Now, part 4 is the media. Only now do you choose the platforms that you're going to advertise on. Is it YouTube, Instagram, email, Google Ads, whatever fits your model, your market, and your message? Starting with the media first is one of the biggest mistakes that beginners make. It leads to shiny object syndrome and spending time and money where your ideal customers aren't even active. Part 5 is the machine. This is your marketing system or funnel, the repeatable process that turns strangers into leads and leads into customers. Think traffic, opt-in or lead capture. Do they go to a nurture sequence with email? And then how are we going to get them to convert? Without a machine, everything stays random and hard to scale. So get these 5 parts right, and your tactics, such as your posting frequency, ad creative, headlines, etc., all of this becomes more effective. Strategy chooses the battlefield, tactics win the fight. Now, let's talk about organic versus paid marketing, because getting this balance right can save you a lot of time and money. Organic marketing is everything you create and share without paying to promote it. Your YouTube videos, Instagram posts and stories, blog articles, emails, etc. It costs time and effort instead of direct ad spend. Paid marketing is when you spend money to get your content in front of more people. Now, meta ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, and so on. Both work. Organic is great for building trust and providing your message over time, and paid is faster and can scale results quickly once you know what works. For most beginners and smaller businesses, I recommend starting with organic to test and refine your message and your offer first, and once you have something that gets a response, use paid to amplify that. That combination is where real, sustainable results usually happen. Another crucial distinction is direct response marketing versus brand awareness marketing. Direct response is when you ask for a clear, trackable action right away, such as book a call, download a guide, buy now, sign up. You can measure results quickly and see a return on investment. Now, brand awareness is the long game, building recognition, trust, staying on top of mind without asking for an immediate sale. It's important, but harder to measure and usually slower to deliver revenue. The biggest mistake I see is running brand awareness campaign but expecting direct response results. It's like baking a cake and getting annoyed when it doesn't taste like bread. It's the wrong approach for the outcome you want. For most businesses, especially when you're starting out or working with smaller budgets, focus the majority of your effort on direct response marketing. Any brand awareness that comes along is a nice bonus. That's how you build a business that grows and lasts. So next is search versus discovery marketing. Search marketing, such as Google, Bing, YouTube search, is when people are actively looking for something. They have a clear intent. They're searching for a solution, a product, or information. High intent usually means higher conversion rates when you show up with the right answer. Discovery marketing is the scroll zone. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, homepage, or shorts where people are browsing without a specific goal. Your job here is to stop the scroll, grab attention, and lead them somewhere valuable. Both are powerful and they usually work differently. Use search when people are already looking and discovery to create interest and interrupt the scroll. Trying to treat them the same way usually wastes effort and money. Finally, understand the difference between B2B and B2C marketing. B2B is business to business, usually involves fewer customers, bigger deals, longer sales cycles, and more decision makers. Messaging tends to focus on logic, return on investment, process, and outcomes. Business to consumer is about reaching more people with faster decisions. Messaging can lead to an emotion, a desire, a lifestyle, and how it makes them feel. The principles we've covered still apply to both, you just adjust the tone and the depth of your message accordingly. And even in B2C, you still need to be clear on your ideal customer. Chasing anyone rarely works out for anyone. When you put all of this together, understanding digital versus traditional, building proper strategy before tactics, balancing organic and paid, focusing on direct response, matching search or discovery to intent, selling transformations if you're in services, and adapting to B2B or B2C, you stop guessing and start building something that really works. Digital marketing isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the right things in the right order. Now, if this video helped clear things up for you, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.